Definitely gotta go ahead and knock a couple stream fam. I actually want to like this is going to be like a continuation from like earlier. Hey Gamer Network. It's going to be a continuation from like earlier for real. I wanted to like come to y'all once again before I step out. Hey, Clever Sick Yo, Chris. Yeah, I might only be on here for about like 45 minutes to another hour. Hey, gone, but it's some information that I came across that I actually heard about. Hey, real life scenarios. Hey, sis, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah, but it's definitely some information that I want to go over once again. I'm at this proper time. Hey, Lachelle Heyman. Hey, Camilla Thomas. Hey, Lachelle. Yeah, I've been seeing you for a minute. Hey, Mary Jane. Hey, Natural Al, Michelle. Hey, Queen Jet Black. Hey, Lakeisha Carter, Melon 100%. And I'm actually want to go over this right here because I actually been talking about a couple of things dealing with like the global currency reset. Hey, Crystal Wisdom. Hey, Alex Chavez. But I wanted to go over something that some brothers and sisters might not have actually heard about, but I actually want to read it to y'all. And hey, hey, Penny Thurman. Hey, Nikki Sheeta. Hey, Tech Twan B. And this is actually goes right along, like I said, with the global currency. How many of y'all have? Hey, I'm Monique Hill. What's going on, Grand Rise and Sis? How many of y'all have heard of the Nazara Act? It's called the Nazara Act. It's either Nazara or Nazara Act. Hey, Sam Sylvia Owens. Hey, Jay Smooth. Hey, True Seeker. You heard about that, True Seeker? Like, how many of y'all have y'all? How many of y'all have heard the Nazara Act? The Nazara Act. How many of y'all have? I'm showing hands real quick. Oh, okay, Mary Lang, you reading it? All right, okay. How many of y'all have heard about it? All right, Stephanie D heard about it. Haven't heard of it. All right, a couple of y'all haven't really heard about it, right? And I'm actually going to like read it to y'all, right? Hey, I'm Go to Heart. Hey, Tom Malone, one, check this out, right? The Nazareth Act. I'm gonna give y'all a brief history, right? They said late one evening on March 9th, 2000, March 9th, 2000, a written quorum call was hand delivered by the Delta Force personnel and Navy SEALs to 15 members of the U.S. Senate in the House. U.S. Senate and the House, who were sponsors and co-sponsors of Nezara. They were immediately escorted by the Delta Force and the Navy SEALs to their respective voting chambers, where they passed the National Economic Security and Reformation Forum. That is what NESRA is, the National Economic Security and Reformation Act. These 15 members of Congress were the only people lawfully allowed to hold office in accordance with the original 13th Amendment. Remember, if you will, the British soldiers destroyed copies of the titles of nobility amendment in the War of 1812 because it prevented anyone who had ties to the crown of England from holding public office. Nazareth is the most groundbreaking Reformation Act to not sweep only this country but the whole entire planet history. The act does away with the Federal Reserve Bank, the IRS, the shadow government, and much more. It is representative of the government, our nation, quote unquote, finally subordinated and serving Americans. Did y'all hear? Right. Did y'all hear what I just read? They talking about abolishing the Federal Reserve and the IRS. And remember the time I've been telling y'all to look at the stock market. Remember the time I've been telling y'all look at the Federal Reserve. You feel me, Monique Hill? Remember the time I've been telling people to look at these things and how these things are acting up right now. And check this out. They said Nazareth implements the following changes. Following changes and provides for the following: zeroes out all credit card, mortgage, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities that created and precipitated this debt. They said this is the Federal Reserve's worst nightmare, quote unquote, a jubilee or forgiveness debt. It abolishes income tax. It abolishes the IRS. Employees of the IRS will be transferred into the U.S. Treasury national sales tax area. It creates a 14% flat rate non-essential and new items only sales tax revenue for the government. In other words, food and medicine would not be taxed, nor items such as old houses. It increases benefits for senior citizens. It returns, quote unquote, this clause read, this person holding office or profit trust under them shall, without the consent of Congress, accept of any present or I'm sorry, emolument, office, or title of any kind, whatever, from any king, prince, or quote unquote forgiven state. If any citizen of the United States shall accept, claim, receive, and retain any title of nobility or honor, shall, without the consent of Congress, accept and retain in present pension, office, and emolument of any kind, whatever, from any emperor, king, prince, or foreign power, such person shall cease to be a citizen of the United States, shall be incapable of holding any office. They also say it establishes new presidential and congressional. It will cancel all national emergencies and return back to U.S. constitutional system. Of course, they are, but we're going to keep on going. It creates a U.S. on precious metals, thus ended the bank of the United States initiated by Franklin Roosevelt in 1950. Illegal election activities of special interest groups. It forbids the sale of American birth certificate records as chattel property bonds by the U.S. Department of Transportation. Initiates new U.S. Treasury bank system in alignment with constitutional law. Eliminates the Federal Reserve System. During the transition period, the Federal Reserve will be allowed to constitutional law, seizes all aggressive U.S. government military actions worldwide, some technologies that are being withheld from the public under the anti-gravity and sonic healing technology about. This is exactly what it's talking about. I know they are, I know, but we still on here. Yeah, Dallas C, pretty much. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna keep on going. And like I said, the Nazareth Act you can find on Google. You know what I mean? I looked this up in the description box as well. I can put it inside the description box as well because, if you put up the Nazareth Act, you can find it on Google. They have like many different articles that are talking about this. Thank you, JT. Right. I mean, it's the global monetary system. What, I mean? You say XRP, you said the new global reserve currency. Wow. And see, that's exactly what we are talking about, dealing with this whole entire thing about the global currency reset. And I've been telling people for quite some time. What's up, new peace, brother? You know what I mean? I've been telling people to look this stuff up because I heard about it years ago. And I'm thinking, like, this can't be true. And I looked into it again and I'm like, wow. And check this out. This thing was signed into law on October the 10th, 2000. And it was going to be announced on September the 11th in 2001. So when 9/11 happened, it was supposed to be announced on that day. So you tell me what's really going on. And if that was supposed to be announced, you feel me? Thank you, Dallas. Say right. You know what I mean? This is the rise of the new currency. And that's why I'm telling people, watch the stock market, watch the digital currency, watch the money. You got to watch the money because everybody, you know what I mean, is dealing with a money problem right about now. A lot of people can't even work. Hey, Taylor Sherman, is that crazy? No, but it sound like to me, Adrian McCoy, it sound like this Nazareth Act right here. It sound like to me, you know what I mean, what's doing, I'm saying like it is abolishing all of that stuff. Not necessarily, you know what I mean? It sound like to me that, and it sound like to me that this act right here is supposed to like pretty much benefit, the little people. That's what it sound like to me. What's going on, Monique Hill? I mean, have you heard about this, Monique Hill? Hey, Divine Maxine, what's going on? That's what it's like to me because it sounds like they saying like zero out all credit card, mortgage, and other bank debt. Input from that video and get it. Hold on, Nuff. When I clicked on the link, Nuff, it really didn't take me to the video. I don't know why. I know Crystal Wisdom. I know they got a buffer me. I know, because I'm putting out the truth for real. Hey, Joe Khaleesi. You know what I mean? That's exactly this is exactly what this act it sounds like it's supposed to be doing. It sound like it's you know what I mean it's abolishing all of that and it's supposed to be helping, you know what I mean? But it's like to me like we are really truly, you know what I mean, going to be dealing with like real equality in this situation. That's what it sounds like to me. I've been hearing about that Maniac 730, right? You know what I mean? That's exactly what it sounds like to me. And they was talking about They was up there talking about the title of nobility, and the title of nobility is the order of men in several countries to whom privileges are granted at the expense of the rest of the people. That's what they talk about dealing. They say in a provision in Article 1, Section 9 of the United States Constitution that prohibits the federal government granting titles of nobility and restrict members of the government from receiving gifts, emoluments, offices, or titles from foreign states, monarchies without the consent of the United States. That's what the title of mobility offers. Yeah. Yep. So we are really get, yeah, man, and a lot of people are really waking up to this right here. And so when you check it, you know what I mean, and I found this on LinkedIn, and the person, she has like other links. She has other links inside to where so you can like really like look deep going on dealing with you. Because it's a whole lot of stuff that's going on, man. And I got to say, I'm not afraid, but it's just really crazy to me, like how things are unfolding. And it seems like how a lot of things that what we have been seeing for quite some time, it is all playing out. Yep, it's called the Nezareth Act. That's exactly what it's called. You can look up on Google. Yeah, see that? And should I go into that? Because I know I've been reading this a lot. I know I've really been reading this a lot, but I felt the need that the Nazareth Act needs to be spoken upon for the for those of y'all who might not have been aware of that. Because I mean, I've heard about it years ago, but I kind of not paid it no attention. But when I was actually looking up things, dealing with the Federal Reserve, the global currency reset, it brought me right back to this source. You know what I mean? It really brought me right back to the source because it's like to me that everything is resetting itself. It really, hey, Shelly Twin says, it looks like everything is resetting itself. And we are watching this corporation take fall. The United States corporation is pretty much, what I'm saying, taking the fall because we are looking at that old system, which is pretty much the matrix, which is breaking down, which is a fake system. You know what I mean? What's a fake system, what I mean? It's pretty much a entire illusion. In everything right now, what we are seeing, it is resetting itself. You know what I mean? Exactly right. Yep. So, yeah. Like, look this up. They're talking about zero out all credit, mortgage. That means I'm talking about all debt is going to be cleared out. Yep. It said in other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities that created and precipitated this debt. You know what I'm saying? Agent McCoy, like I will admit, you know what I mean? Like I've been looking at this whole entire stimulus thing, you know what I mean? And I'm you know what I mean? Like I'm just saying, like look into it. I'm just saying look into it, you know what I mean? What this the Nazareth Act is all about. And I'm just making sure that I'm looking at the verbiage real carefully and closely. Okay, Joseph Eubanks, you just researching it as well? Cool. What are some other things have you picked up on it as well? Oh yeah, exactly. Monique, yep. That's exactly what we're saying. Crystal Wisdom, I was saying the exact same thing. I was saying the exact same thing. I mean, shit, I mean, even if they do cut this stimulus check, I say whatever it's for, I say like use it to like, you know what I mean, invest it into something. You know? Use you know what I mean? Like I'm use it for what it is, you know? Because like to me, like everything that is happening right now, it's happening on so many layers right now. It's happening, man, and I'm coming across this information and I'm just taking my time with it and I'm just yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But see, all of these things we're talking about, we've been talking about these things for years. But now it's definitely not the time to like, get afraid of anything. It is really not the time to be afraid of anything, because we have long waited for this day. Thank you, Crystal Wisdom. I've been telling people that the stock market is right for the picking. And I'm trying to tell people the stock market is going to go back up. Believe me. Believe me. It is going to go back up. It might be down right now, but it always does that. Pay attention to the stock market. Look at these currencies. You know what I mean? Look at, it's up. So trust me. Because for what it sound like to me, man, right? You know what I mean? For what it sound like to me, and for what I'm picking up, I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but you know what I mean? From this next thing that's going on, yup, invest. Thank you, Crystal Wisdom. Invest in gold and solar energy. The NESARA, NESARA. Them gold is going to skyrocket. Matter of fact, should I read the Global Currency Reset, Crystal Wisdom, for the rest of the family? Exactly. It is going to be a great time in solar energy. And guess what? On Cash App, you can invest in the stocks on energy companies. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Y'all can invest in energy companies on your Cash App. As low as $1.24 on Cash App, you got stocks on your Cash App. Energy companies. Thank you, Loud Great. Energy stocks rising right now. That why you think I've been telling y'all, look at the oil markets. Look at the oil market, look at the stock market, look at gold, look at silver, all of that stuff. What it's signed to me is going to be a great transformation of wealth. Look at the cryptocurrency, look at all of that stuff. I'm telling you, I look at this stuff. All this propaganda, what it got to do with us? It has a lot. Shit, don't you think it's about time, Melanina family, that we get what's rightfully ours? Shit. And like I said, this is dealing with should I read global currency? Thank you, Loud Green, right? They are moving big money as we speak. I've been telling people, watch that market. It's going to spike. Thank you, RJ Connection, solar power. All right, thank you. So he said solar power, coal, oil, and nuclear stock is still up. Exactly. They're energy companies on your Cash App. Yes. When it spike up, they cash out. Should I go into the global currency, fam? Should I go into that again? That's what I'm saying. Yo, buy when it's low. Should I go into the global currency reset, Monique Hill again? Because by me reading that act and stuff like that. All right, all right, no problem. All right, got you, RJ Connections. Wonderful. That's my man. Nice. And as I was saying, when I was talking about how they want to abolish the Federal Reserve and also abolish the IRS and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Hold up. The reason why they want to do that with this act, because when the global currency reset last happened, it last happened when nations gathered together to agree upon the global currency system. And which was in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire. While World War II was going on, leaders from other nations around the world decided on a new global currency. This led to the formation of global organizations like the International Monetary Fund and the World Trade Organization. The world's allied nations agreed on a fixed currency rate, which was sort of based on a global gold standard. The U.S. dollar was the currency that nations used to back their currency under this agreement. And the reason for this because the United States was possession of most of the world's gold supply at that time. America benefited greatly from the currency system, and the dollar made its way to central banks around the world. Antis float on the global market. While some things have changed, we are still on the witness of the Bretton. After the 2008 global meltdown, many have speculated that we are going to return to another gold standard. Some believe that we will there will be another monetary system altogether. Many economists have emerged, some may even to seek a hedge of protection rate. Hey, Chris Bacon, all the way from San Diego. Did y'all hear what I just read? Tell them, Monique, did y'all hear what I just read? I read that Nazareth Act, and I read in this global currency reset, and it pretty much, you know what I'm saying, like a damn it goes hand in hand. Because of, you know what I mean, like if they, you know what I mean, if we dealing with a global currency reset, that means that this old system is pretty much on its way out. It's pretty much going down. It's pretty much on its way out. And we have seen how imagine we have seen how this banking system and their old system has pretty much benefited the rich, and it robbed the poor blind. Yup, exactly. Shades of blue. Yup. Gold and silver and precious metals. I cannot say it enough. Look into gold. Yup, this is the world order. We are going into the new one. It is going to be a new system in place. And I don't know if many people have been paying attention, you know, how, you know, they have this cashless economy that is pretty much right here. There are places right now that are going cashless. It is some places in Baltimore. Yeah, Monique Hill appreciate it. Says, yeah, you know what I mean? We need to look into that because, you know, we can be highly spiritual, but we also got to know how to survive as well. You know what I'm saying? We also got to become financially literate. We never, you know what I mean? We never know anything about the stock market, how this thing works, or how to deal with money. You know what I mean? Dr. Clark Anderson had been teaching us about these things. You know, how money works and what we can do with our money, how to, like, you know, balance. You know what I mean? How to, like, you know, if you know what I mean, if you are working from paycheck to paycheck, how to balance. A lot of us never been taught these things. You know, a lot of us, you know what I mean? Because I really have to say, man, Dr. Clark Anderson said, if black people don't got their folk going, don't have their shit together 2020, we pretty much done. And like I said, I mean, I don't want to keep on, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Making it seem like I'm only preaching about this, but this is playing, you know what I mean, right into like what's going on. Look at the economy right now. People can't fucking work because we shut down right now. I mean, you know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? It's like, don't you see how all of this stuff correlates together? You know what I mean? We got to know about economics. I want to know more about this stuff. You know what I mean? Books, you know what I mean? Like books and great stuff. You know, books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, The Richest Man in Babylon. Thank you, RJ Connections. Yup, said the oil industry, the coal industry, the nuclear industry, and the tech industry is the hottest thing on the stock market. That's right. Because I believe, man, to those of us who are investing or who have invested or going to invest is going to create a serious economic boom. Because you know what I mean. Like I hear a lot of people saying like we want